What's up, people? This is alansrcs with another video, and this video is part 2 of my scrap metal clod, or what's now known as my breast cancer awareness build. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, which I'll post in the description below, it's also alansrcs on Twitter, that a couple months ago my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she's currently in chemo right now, and it's not like life-threatening or anything, but she does have it, and she's going through her treatments. So I figure I might as well do something like that, to support her, because I've seen other people's online and I like what they did with theirs, so I figure, that'd be the perfect inspiration for this truck. And if you watched the first video of it, you saw I just basically had it kind of mocked in place, and it didn't have motors yet in it or anything like that. And in that time, I'll bring it a little closer to you from off the bench. In that time, I now have camera there. I don't know if you can see motors. It's going to run dual dynamite 20-turn motors. Of course, the camera, it's hard to see, but it's going to run dual 20s. I can see that. Can you see a 2 and a 0 right there? All right. It's going to run 220 turn motors. I got the front and rear servos. I have the dual speed control set up. Then I have it mounted into the chassis. That's where they mount to the chassis. Mount them up high. Help keep them out of, try to keep them up out of like the mud and the rock. I should say the mud and the dirt and water and stuff like that. They are waterproof, but try not to get them too wet. What am I talking about? I can get them a lot wet. It's a shelf queen. This is going to be, this is going to be driven. But the way I have them mounted, see, it's almost flush. The case is almost flush with the top of it. I figured to get them up high. They're speed control, so they're not too much weight to it. You don't want something too top heavy. But I think they'll be okay where they are. And I had to figure out where to put the servo, because with them sitting here, it doesn't give you a whole lot of room in this area. So I was able to reuse from an ESP Clodzilla 4 their steering servo mount. They used to be, I am so sorry I bumped that. I don't know if you can see past the tire, but it used to be a bracket that would sit here, and that's where you would mount the servo to, and the servo would come out to where the bell crank is and operate the steering. But I used one of those. Spin it around. Then I used one of those, mounted it here. Then also, you've seen this on Twitter, I cut this bracket, because it was a bracket that holds like the tailgate and the front grille on stock clod busters. So I took that, cut it down. I cut it right here so it would be flush with the mount, with the receiver mount. Well, now a receiver mount. I cut it there so it'd be flush with that. And through this hole, that's where the receiver wire is going to run through. And that's where we're at now. I still have, show you this. I still have the issue of working out with the body, where it's going to sit and everything. If you saw these, when I tilted it up, I post on the sides here. The narrowness of the body is not going to allow me to use these posts, but I just stuck them there just to give me an idea of maybe what size posts I need to get, because remember, these are side mount posts, they're not top posts. So I still have that to figure out. And you can notice there's a bit of a lean to it, but that's okay, because these aren't the shocks I plan on running. These are just mocked, into place. The actual shocks I plan on using, I'll put those on in final assembly, and those shocks aren't here yet. But like I said, in final assembly, I'll put those on. These are just to give me an idea of where things are sitting. And like I said, still the body, got to figure that out. Theoretically, I could, blow it all apart to paint it, but I'm gonna wait till I get the body situated, the body situation figured out before I do that. And I haven't figured it out yet, but some part of it, either the breakdown or getting it prepped for paint or what paint I plan on using for it, I'll let you know that either on Twitter or on here. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, alansrcs. And if you want to see, maybe not this till I get it done, but my other trucks in action, then I also do live shows on Twitch. I'm not regularly on there, so I can't say every Tuesday from noon to 4, look for me there. But if you follow me on Twitter, I do post on Twitter when I plan on, going live on Twitch. So look for me there as well. And I've been struggling with, because since February, for some reason, people have been able to comment on my videos. So if the same thing happens with this video and subsequent videos, in case I can't ever figure it out, then drop me a line on Twitter. It's alansrcs on Twitter. So let me know what comments you have, what suggestions for maybe a future video that you want to see. And as always, like, subscribe, ring that notifications bell, all that good stuff. alansrcs on Twitter, alansrcs on Twitch. So until the next time, if RC is a sickness, I hope I never find a cure. Take care of yourselves.